Well, hello, this is Jimmy the Hammer, and what follows are pieces of an interview I did with Mark Wildman while I was at the club seminar in Pittsburgh this last weekend. Now, I'm going to say that my sound is good, but y'all don't care about listening to me. Mark's sound is bad. All on me. Apologize for that. I'm going to try to fix it in post-production, and here it is. Hey, this is Jimmy the Hammer, and I'm with
Mark Wildman. Oh, Wildman Athletica.
And we just finished a club seminar here at Legion in Pittsburgh. And what I wanted to talk about with Mark is one of the things about club training. When I was at that seminar with you in Richland, Washington in June, I had severe plantar fasciitis. Felt like there was a knife in the bottom of my foot.
Okay.
You said, go do swings and one-handed club.
Correct.
The plantar fasciitis is gone. Please explain to them why that is.
Plantar fasciitis is something that was made up by podiatrists, I think. I've seen so many people really messed up. People's feet do not function the way that they should in the modern world because we tend to wear shoes. The pointier your shoes, the longer you wear them, the more your foot is deformed to the shoe, the less your foot is functioning the way that it should. Think of your foot exactly like your hand. You want a strong grip, but your foot should also be strong enough to grip the ground. We need to reinstitute things like toe spread. Instead of having our toes all crushed up or knurled up, we want to get them long and get to the point where we can have space between them again. The way that we accomplish this task is by having a statistically relevant number of reps in the correct position. We always talk about pointing our feet straight ahead because that's the way that we walk. We can argue about this all day, but if you are not a ballerina, you should not be doing turnouts. There are different types of sports that have different types of turnout. Different types of barbell will encourage different types of turnout. What we do is we treat everything as its own individual thing. Bar is different from kettlebell, is different from heavy club swinging. When we do heavy club swinging and kettlebell swings, we would like to put our feet under our shoulders, pointed straight ahead. When we turn out, people tend to roll their ankles in, their knees tend to collapse in, and the arch of their foot goes down. If we point our feet straight ahead and do swings with a kettlebell, it moves front to back, and every time we go down, if our feet are pointed straight ahead, the arch of our foot should fire. By doing any kettlebell swing program or clean and press program or snatch program with our feet straight ahead under our shoulders, the arch of our foot will try to fire again. That allows us to restore the strength of our foot. That allows our ankle to go back to its correct position. That allows our knee to do its job. It goes up to the hips and into the spine. Plantar fasciitis. The common solution in the modern world is to go to a foot doctor and they put an arch in your shoe, which is a terrible plan because they're pushing directly up into the arch and the muscle is going lax. We don't want the muscle to go lax. We want the muscle to be strong. Pointing our feet straight ahead, doing kettlebell swings will solve that issue, and doing single arm club. When we do single arm club, we're moving the way that clubs move. Barbells go straight up and down. Kettlebells go curved linear for the most part, front to back. Clubs do this way very well. Inside towards our center line, outside, away from our center line. Every time we do an inside circle, an outside circle, shield cast, building towards a mill, inside throwing pattern, or a reverse mill, violence pattern, our arch of our foot should also fire. When we run single arm club, we're running a statistically relevant number of reps. At the low end, it is 30, 30, 60. It's 180 reps. At the high end, it's 600 reps. 180 to 600 opportunities per workout for the arch of your foot to fire. This only works if you point your feet straight ahead. If you have problems with drift, then we would turn our feet in 5 degrees and make sure the big toe is on the ground. And then the arch will start to fire. The ankle will go back to doing its job. So you can very easily fix plantar fasciitis by simply setting the structure up, foot position, leg drive, hip snap, front pocket alignment, core engagement, go front to back, and then rotate or yaw around your vertical axis and swing weight. Start with a lightweight, go to heavyweight. repeat a statistically relevant number of reps over and over. As the weight gets heavier, the drag on the muscles in your foot gets harder. It works better.
Now, the only problem with that, unfortunately, in this day and age is how many times you have to do that.
Well, you train twice a week with each program. You do kettlebells twice a week, club twice a week, and then you would run it for however long it takes to fix. Right? There's almost no way that it doesn't fix after 7 reps of 7 weights of single arm. That's a 6-month cycle of training with at least 7 weights. How long have you been flat-footed? How long does it take to cure?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. The goal is to get away from needing extra things in your life, like an arch in your shoe to walk around. If you have plantar fasciitis, you're in pain every day.
Yep.
Getting out of pain is not comfortable.
No.
It causes you to have to think about what you're doing, become aware, and then do it. It doesn't really matter how long it takes to fix. If you're doing the steps, it's getting better every day.
Right. That was my point. Is it's not like, well, you're not going to do, although it can, the symptoms can go away fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But you have to keep keep doing it. Otherwise, the symptoms will come back because the problem is still there.
The problem is still there. This is why we talk about club swinging becoming a lifelong pursuit. If you go back through history, you find that heavy club swinging is the key to longevity and health because it does things like make your feet work forever. It makes your grip work forever. It induces traction in the elbow forever. It creates shoulder pack forever. You can never get to a hunched position or a rounded position like most people are in the modern world with short hip flexors if you do clubs twice a week forever. We're trying to institute lifelong ideas so that we can get away from spending a ton of money on medical and get back to standing up, focus on our structure, our breathing, and our movement, and do it forever. The goal is to be 110 standing up, single arm swinging a 30-pound club for 20 minutes twice a week.